war. Who's in charge?
What is good YouTube, Warstu here with a video on Arrow Season 6, Episode 5, Deathstroke returns. Happy Deathstroke week. In the sense of Arrow, Arrow was pretty amazing this week. So much happened this week. It wasn't a filler like last week. We got the Deathstroke return, Vigilante reveal, and we meet Slade Will's son for the first time. So let's break it down. So it's clear from the start of the episode that Dinah Drake has a connection with the Vigilante, and that was obvious if you watched my previous video when I uncovered who the Vigilante is. So at the start of the episode, Dinah Drake saves someone from being killed by the Vigilante. Slade Wilson calls in for a favour, just like he did at the end of last week's episode. He wants Oliver Queen to go with him to be the celebrity to get his son out of prison, and also there's a lot of money in exchange, but that doesn't go down how they plan. So the detective, FBI agent, I guess you could call her, is investigating the whole team. That's why I call her detective, because she's like an annoying detective that won't leave, kind of like Susan Williams was when she first started coming. So she's investigating everyone, even John Diggle, asking John Diggle why he's turning up at a crime scene, as Dinah Drake is the detective and she's like he's a sniper expert, and it looks like she's been looking into his army history. So he gets investigated about Oliver Queen being the Green Arrow, and it's actually kind of funny because obviously John Diggle is the Green Arrow currently. And then we get the big what the moment when we find out that Dinah Drake's ex-boyfriend
stay down. It's you.
Vincent Sobe is actually the Vigilante. If you remember, in his origin story, he was hit by the particle accelerator at the same time that he was shot in the face. So obviously this makes sense that now he seems to be immune. He gets shot, saving Dinah Drake at the end, I guess you could say, and he pulls a bullet straight out of him. But it's pretty understandable why his face is burnt. That's obviously due to when the particle accelerator went off. So now it's like the Vigilante is a kind of big story with Dinah Drake. Obviously he is the mercenary, the Vigilante, and also he's the human being, obviously being Vincent Sobe, as he left Dinah Drake that little matchbox thing that we referred to. So that was more of a side story about the reveal of the Vigilante. To be honest guys, I don't know why anyone would think it'd be Captain Pike, because Captain Pike wouldn't shoot Dinah Drake. Yeah, that makes no sense. Because in the last time we seen the Vigilante, which was the same episode as when Prometheus was revealed, he had a clear shot at Dinah Drake and didn't take it. So I don't understand how anyone didn't call it. So I called it, regardless to what people say. I called it. I'll link that video over the top of the video right now. So Slade Wilson goes to get his son with Oliver Queen. his son Joseph Wilson is in prison, but by the time Oliver gets there, he's already been taken. So then Slade Wilson goes Deathstroke mode and takes everyone out. We also get flashback scenes to a young Slade Wilson with 2 eyes and a young Joseph Wilson, and this is where we find out that Slade Wilson actually worked for an airline company, and no, it wasn't Faris Air, although his son alluded to that, so that's like a Green Lantern reference, I guess you could say. And we find out the connection between how Slade Wilson ended up on the island. He was given a name, Yo Fei, who is Shadow's father, and that's how it all connects back to season 1, which is pretty cool. And there was a big kind of shocking moment at the end when it turns out that Slade Wilson's connection actually was double crossing him, and it turns out that Joseph Wilson is actually the main boss, or not boss, he's the person behind everything, which is pretty cool. Manu Bennett does a solid job of looking like he is shocked, and then he's like, it's been a while, father. So obviously this storyline will continue in episode 6 next week, which looked pretty cool, and the trailer looks quite compromising for Oliver. So let me know, guys, were you disappointed with the Vigilante reveal? I think it was awesome. I think it was much better than the Savitar reveal and much better than the Prometheus reveal because it actually made sense. And let me know, guys, are you excited for the 4-night, sorry, 4-show crossover, 2-night crossover, which is only a few weeks away. We've got a couple of more episodes, so it's going to be episode 6 and 7, then episode 8 is the crossover. So all this Deathstroke stuff will be wrapped up by then. I'm presuming that Oliver Queen will be the Green Arrow come the crossover, because let's be honest, John Diggle ain't going to be able to carry this up for much longer. Anyway, guys, smash that like button if you want to. Please like, subscribe and comment to never miss any of my videos, which generally are Justice League, DCEU, Marvel, and DC TV, Arrowverse kind of stuff. Hit that bell button if you want to, and I will catch you in another video, and goodbye. No, we don't finish our videos like that. Catch ya later.